Good morning. In this video, we are going to talk about a numerical, and we are going to do a numerical on the completely reverse state of the stress, completely reverse loading. And in this question, we have a cantilever beam made up of 20 CH steel, and SUT of this particular material is 540 MPa or Newton per mm square, and it is subjected to a load of completely reversed load of 1000 Newton, that is plus minus 1000. We are giving the node sensitivity factor of 0.85 and reliability is 90%. We have to find the diameter of a this beam for 1000 cycles. Now what is the difference between this question and the previous question is that here we are given the life. It means it is a finite life problem and not an infinite life problem. It is a finite life problem. Please note. How to deal with such questions? Now we have the very first step. In the first step, we have to proceed in a similar manner, that we have to find the corrected endurance limit, and we are going to multiply each of the all the four derating factors by the uh, endurance limit. And how do we find the endurance limit? It is actually the approximated endurance limit, and since it is a steel, it is a type of steel, we are going to multiply the factor, that is 0.5 times of the SUT. Since SUT is 540 and its half will be 270, and the same thing has been taken. And these factors we are, as of now, for the sake of getting a proper method of the proper knowledge of the procedure of designing this type of shafts under these type of fluctuating load conditions of the finite life, we are going to assume that these are given to us. However, these will not be given to us. I am repeating again, these have to be calculated and found out by the student using the design data book in the examination. Design data book will be given to you in the examination, and you have to find it. Now, for such things, for such type of finite life questions, we are going to use the ascent diagram. And the ascent diagram I had also explained in the previous video. Ascent diagram, or we also say it is the Euler diagram. Its second name is the Euler diagram. Now what we have got after the multiplication of these derating factors and the approximated endurance limit, it comes out to be 123.8 Newton per mm square. But for the purpose of drawing this diagram, what we require zero point 0.9 SUT, which is the value of the point A. It is a log diagram actually. Log of 0.9 SUT we have to draw, and we have to name it as point A. What is the value of the point A? It is log 10 of 0.9 SUT. Since SUT is 540, what will be 0.9 of SUT? It will be 486, and its log 10, log to the base 10 will be 2.6866, and the value of the point A will be 2.6866. Similarly, the value of the point C is nothing but log to the base 10 of the corrected endurance limit, that is 123.8. If we take that log to the base 10, if we calculate log to the base 10 of 123.8, it comes out to be 2.0927, and we mark the value of point C as 2.0927. Now we also know that the value corresponding to the point E on the x-axis. What is x-axis? It is a plot of log to the base 10 of the number of RPM, that is log to the base 10 of n, capital N. It is 6 corresponding to the point E, and it is 3 corresponding to the point C. So it starts from 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. Since it is a log plot, we also plot the 10,000 cycles. We also take the log 10, log to the we also calculate log 10 of the 10,000, which comes out to be 4. So this was the point which was given to us in the question, and we have to plot. We have what we have to find out. We have this graph, and now what we require, we have this 4 value, that we have the number 4, and we have these two numbers also, a and c, which are denoted by the points a and c. Now we draw a straight line parallel to the y-axis, and let it intersect the existing line AE. The line AE exists, and this line intersects the, let me take a pen of different color, and this line which is parallel to the y-axis, it intersects the AE at the point D. This is the point D. I am highlighting it now. And now draw a line parallel to the x-axis from the point D, and let it cut the y-axis at point B. We have to find out the value, what is the value of this point B, or we have to calculate the sigma B. It is very much obvious that the value of this point sigma B, it will be the log of some stress value, and what is that stress value, that only we have to calculate, and this is, let us assume that this is sigma B. Now please note that we are going to calculate this sigma B. So these two triangles, we are going to solve this question by the simple concept of the similar triangles. The triangle ABD, this triangle, the smaller one, this smaller triangle ABD, and the larger triangle ACE, they are similar, and that is why AB divided by AC is equals to this by this equals to BD divided by CE, and same thing we have written. Now the value, there is no point regarding the value of the point AB. What is AB? It is nothing but the difference of these two, and we have written it. What is AC? It is the difference of these two values, these two, this and this, that is 0.686 and minus 2.0927. 2.6866 minus 0.28 minus 2.0927, and it is what is BD by CE? It is nothing but BD is what? BD is 4 minus 3 comes out to be 1, and what is CE? CE is, comes out to be 6 minus 3 comes out to be 3. Now when we solve this question, when we solve this equation, we get this the value, we get this, and we finally get sigma B to be equal to 308.35. Now some students may have problem, how come how we have arrived at this point. See what we have done, we have calculated this difference, and please calculate it with the help of your calculator. We have taken it to that side, divided by 3, and we have written it straight away, so there is no point in confusion. So finally we have found out. Please use your calculator and solve this question yourself also, then only you will be able to do it. This is sigma B, and finally we have calculated it as 308.35. Now this is sigma B, and what actually is sigma B? Sigma B is actually the bending stress. It is nothing but the bending stress which we have taken. And what is the value of the bending stress? It is nothing but it is 32 into MB divided by pi d cube. And what is MB? MB in the case of the bending stress, in the case of the completely reversed stress, it is going to be what? It is going to be the amplitude stress, not the mean stress, because mean stress will be 0. So it is not MBM, it is MBA, because MBM is 0 in this case. It is MBA actually, MBA, that is the amplitude one. And now when we calculate it, it is going to be 32 MB by pi d cube, and why it is so, I have discussed in the previous question also. And when we calculate it, it is going to give us the value of sigma d cube equals to 4955, and we calculate d equals to 17.0483 mm, which is the answer. We will be discussing the next question in our next video, and it will be of some different type, which will be very useful to all of us. Thank you very much.